think we agree Sovereignty is the most likely to win. So let's talk about upside for all of these horses. Sovereignty's upside is to win. Sovereignty is a deserving favorite. Sovereignty probably should be 2-1. Somewhere in that range, I think, is a fair price on the horse when he breaks. Do you agree with all of that on the Sovereignty aspect?
Absolutely. We could talk it to death, but this is an elite horse who's shown elite talent. He should be the favorite. He should win. Yes.
All right, now the fun ones. Because, look, it's fine. It's talking about Sovereignty's fun, whatever.
Right.
But Journalism and Baeza are much more interesting horses in this race because they're not the favorite. They've not been able to beat Sovereignty. And they have taken different paths after facing Sovereignty to get to this point. Baeza wins the Pennsylvania Derby after running second to Sovereignty in the Jim Dandy. We see Journalism go face older horses, the only one of these 3-year-olds to do so in the Pacific Classic, running second to Fierceness. What's the upside in the Breeders' Cup Classic for Baeza and Journalism here about, 4 weeks out from the Breeders' Cup?
I think Baeza's getting better and better. I think he has more upside, so I'll start with him. He kind of seems like the progressing type of horse, right? He was very lightly raced. Let's not forget, he was just a maiden when he ran in the Kentucky, he had just a maiden winner. Let me backtrack. When he ran in the Kentucky Derby and ran in the Belmont, right? And he did very well in those races, third in both of those races. He went to the Jim Dandy after that, and he's kind of the closest of any of the horses that have tried to beat Sovereignty. In the Jim Dandy, he gave him a little bit of a challenge. I thought his Pennsylvania Derby was really good last time out. I really thought that was the best race of his career by far. I think he's took a little bit more of the development route, where Journalism was a little more seasoned. He's kind of become a robotic horse in a way. Journalism kind of runs the same race every time. And if he's better than you, he's going to beat you. And if not, you're going to beat him. Now, that race is a very good race. I speculate Baeza might be better than Journalism at this current moment. What say you?
I think you're crazy. I think you're wrong. I think that there is no chance that, not no chance. I will not be using Baeza in my exactas, my trifectas, my superfectas. I will be using Journalism. I think Journalism is a much more consistent horse than Baeza. I think that Baeza with Hector Berrios is a little more interesting because of the way Flavian Pratt rode him versus the way that Hector Berrios rides him. He's going to be more forward in that race. Look, I think Fierceness freaked in the Pacific Classic. And I get that maybe Fierceness freaks. I get that maybe Sovereignty freaks. One of them just runs a monster race. I'm not going to take anything from Journalism for running second in that Pacific Classic when you have a horse like Fierceness who ran the way he did in that specific race. And so I respect who Journalism faced much more than I respect who Baeza faced in the Pennsylvania Derby. I think Journalism is the horse with the higher upside of these two.
Here's what I'll say. If you look at what's happened, in the past, I don't think it's close. I think it's Journalism. I just kind of think, man, he has danced a lot of dances, Somich. He really has. He ran in all 3 Triple Crown races. He ran in the Haskell. He ran in the Pacific Classic. I just kind of think he might be a little tired by the end of this, where they've kind of campaigned Baeza a little bit more conservatively, giving him time between races a little bit more. I just kind of think he might be ready to run the bigger race. Now, if you go, hey, which horse do you like best? Out of what's happened so far, it's Journalism. And he's been so respectable. I mean, I've bet this horse so many times because I know what he's going to do. He's very, very reliable. I'm kind of with you. I don't take a lot away from him as far as losing that Pacific Classic. I thought he got just an atrocious ride. But guess what? That rider's still on him, Mike, and he's given him a lot of atrocious rides. So that's another factor as well. And you mentioned it. Hector Berrios, he fits Baeza like a glove. I don't know what it is, but he really rides that horse well.
No, Barris, he's a very good jockey, and he is a more speed-forward jockey, especially on dirt, and I think that has played well to the talent that you're going to see in Baeza. So let me get this straight. You think Baeza is going to beat Journalism in the Breeders' Cup Classic, correct?
I kind of feel that way right now, yes.
All right. Well, if you've seen me in other podcasts and shows, my liquor cabinet is stocked by terrible opinions of co-hosts. You want to bet a bottle of tequila on this one? I'll take Journalism. You can take Baeza?
The only difference between me and your other terrible co-hosts is I don't take those bets on October 9th. Let's revisit it. No, wait. I'm not copping out. I'm just saying I'm a very logical bettor, unlike somebody else that is your co-host who just is willy-nilly, right? So let's see the field. Let's draw the race, and then we'll revisit it.
You're a chicken. That's all I
No,
heard.
I'm smart.
That's thing I heard is that
you take advantage.
I'm not willing to stand behind my opinion for a $40 bottle of tequila.
I will stand behind my opinion when I get all the facts. See, that's the difference between a good bettor and a bad bettor. You should know that.
Thanks for watching, but don't let the betting insights end here. If you want an extra edge this football season, you can get a month of VSiN Pro right now absolutely free. That means access to our betting insights, analysis, and tools like our betting splits at zero cost to you. Click the link in the description to sign up.